Hi guys! Today I will be drawing and coloring some pumpkins using alcohol markers. I just felt like using alcohol markers today. I haven't used them in a while and been doing a lot of digital stuff. I don't know, sometimes it's nice to just take out a sketchbook and make something. So I found a reference image, which you can kind of see in the top left corner, that I have it up on my iPad, and I'm just sketching out each pumpkin. There's 3 pumpkins here. Yeah, I don't usually show this sketching process because it's kind of difficult to see, but hopefully you can see it okay. This is not the angle that we'll have in the end, so while I'm using the alcohol markers, it's a little easier to see. Also, I fixed the lighting a little bit as well. I had to let my ring light charge. Yeah, I'm sorry if there's that box in the corner that's annoying you. Try to ignore it. It has my tripod on it. I guess not tripod, stand. I wasn't sitting at my desk that I often make art on, and that thing has like one of those things, one of the stands that you can grip on to the desk. But the desk that I was sitting at, which is in front of my TV because I wanted to just sit and watch YouTube, yeah, I can't really attach that thing to it. It like damages it every time I try. So I don't know, maybe I can figure out something else to make it a little better. But this is what we got. Sorry about the box. Hope the angle's okay. So I just went in with a whole bunch of different orange markers that I selected before I started coloring. You can't see them because it's cut off, but on the back of the page, like above it, I took out a whole bunch. I took out my swatch cards, and I took out all of the oranges and browns that I thought I might need, and greens as well. And I swatched them, wrote down their names, and then circled the ones that I knew I was going to end up using. I did end up using a couple colors for like the stems that I didn't swatch out beforehand, but I kind of wish I had, because I don't know, it would have made it easier. And ended up layering colors that I didn't feel like I really needed. But for the oranges, I think it worked out. Now, the funny thing about this, not really funny, it's kind of disappointing, I did use colored pencils after, and I did line work with the colored pencils. The first oopsie is I thought I pressed record, and I didn't, so I don't have a recording of that. The second oopsie is, this is kind of my bad, but I pushed too hard, I guess. I don't know, I should have just sharpened my colored pencils, but I didn't, and as I was doing it, I didn't realize that I didn't like it. It was when I sat back, I realized the lines were just real thick, and it just looked really stylized. Not that this isn't stylized beforehand, but I preferred it before the colored pencil, not gonna lie. At least it looks good on camera. It looked maybe a little unfinished in person, I guess. Not really. Just the gray was throwing me off, the gray of the, what is that, like a 2B pencil? But I just wanted to like change the color to match each of the pumpkins, and I just went too thick with it, and I regret it. So I don't have any scans or photos of what it was like before I added the colored pencils, so this is what we got. It is in this video, and that's all I have. I did luckily scan the sketch, so if I want to redo it with gouache or even digitally or with alcohol markers again, I can do that. I always, like 99% of the time, if I like a sketch, I scan it first and I save it somewhere, like ideally in multiple places. So I have a whole lot of sketches that I could make again, like things that I've made completed art for that I could redo if I want to. So I think that's fun. I've only done that a couple times, but you know, sometimes you just get real disappointed with an outcome, and it's really relieving to be able to try again. I mean, most of the time, if I don't like something, I don't try again, but there have been a couple times where I tried a medium, I was like, I wish I didn't do it in this medium, and then I tried it again a different way, and I'm really glad I did. So yeah, I'm gonna continue doing that. If you're like me and you're afraid to color over your sketches, try scanning them first. I use my scanner, but also the iPhone's pretty good, just with the Notes app. So you can scan things on the Notes app if you didn't know that. So I have like most of my storage on my phone, honestly, is in the Notes app from all my scanned artworks. Though, of course, the lighting's more consistent or whatever if you use a proper scanner. So that's what I did. But yeah, not much else to say. You can kind of see what I'm doing. Generally starting light and then going dark. These are basically 3 different colored pumpkins, but I used the same 2 base colors for the beige pumpkin that I did for the orange pumpkin, and then I just added a different color for the shading, like what I'm doing right here. So these are all, most of these are Ohuhu markers from a couple different sets, like I don't know how to describe, like some are the like proper Ohuhu ones, and then if you notice any of the like triangle shaped ones, which you can see one in the corner there right now, those are from another 48 color set, like a cheaper set that I got to test out if I liked alcohol markers or not, because it was considerably cheaper, and they still work really well. Same ink, they're still Ohuhu, they're just a bit more budget friendly. 48 colors for like 1,200 yen or something, so like $10. That was a good deal at the time. So there's some of those, and then actually the base colors that I use, the 2 that I mentioned, are pale orange and orange pink from Can Do, which is a 100 yen store here in Japan. So they cost me 110 yen with tax, and so they're like 50 yen each, or I guess 55 yen each, and I love them. I've used them quite a lot. They're good for skin tones and for pumpkins, so I've used them quite a lot. Okay, so I'm on to the 3rd pumpkin. I liked the color of this, but it is a different shape, and I feel like it just looks really different after I drew it. So it doesn't have prominent ridges. Like you can see a few lines there, but it's not as like bumpy as the other 2, and I feel like you can especially see it in my drawing that it's like smoother. So not my favorite of the 3. The color is cool, and I think it was fun to make all the texture because it has like all these different green bits, and then there's some orange bits. I'm not sure what type of pumpkin this is. It doesn't look quite like a kabocha, but the color is really similar to kabocha. So that was fun to do, but I realized my lack of greens. Like I have some greens, and you can see me use several of them, but they're either like really yellow or really cool, and I want a nice neutral green. So maybe I need to go hunting for a green. The reason I wanted to draw with the alcohol markers today is because I went to the eye doctor, and on my way home I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop at Yuzawaya, the craft store, and pick myself an alcohol marker just as a treat. And I did, and it was an orange one that I didn't end up using today because it is just too vibrant. But now I'm thinking I should have grabbed a green. So next time I head over that way, I will grab a green. So this is when I started in with the darkest green, and I don't know. Not that it was too dark, but I felt like I needed in between ones. Once I saw this laid down, I was like, okay, good, that's my darkest shade basically. the only way I got a little darker was with the colored pencil that I used later, and you won't see that. So this is basically the darkest value in the whole drawing. And then I went in with this one and I was like, oh boy, that's kind of, I don't know, like seafoam green, at least when it was layered. And this one's really yellow green, which I tried to use the cancel out, the really bluey green. And then I brought in this one, which is also kind of bluey. In the end, I was like, actually, it's kind of cool that we have a lot of cool tones mixed with some of the yellow tones. I think it works well with the orange bits. So I didn't hate it in the end. It was just hard to make it look like a shape. Like, like similarly to the other two when the shape of it was just so different. So, I don't know. I like the texture. Maybe I just kind of dislike the stem a little bit. I don't know. But overall, I think they came out cute. I like the orange one. I didn't add the green speckles. Maybe I'll do that later because there were green speckles on the reference image. But this is how it turned out. So this is, like I said, without colored pencil. I really wish I would have taken a photo or a scan before I started the colored pencil. Not that it's bad, it's just like when you add thick lines, it looks extra stylized, like it looks kind of cartoony. And that's kind of not what I wanted to go for. I wanted something a little looser. So I prefer how it looks here in this video. If you want to see the colored pencil version, maybe I'll post it someday, but I'll have to stare at it a bit first before I decide if I want to share it or not. Thought I'd make this a sticker. I really wish I didn't ruin it with the colored pencil now. It's not that bad. It's not ruined. Maybe I'll take a look at it. I don't know. Maybe I can edit it digitally and thin out the lines a bit. That might actually work. But we'll see. It might be nice to make a nice sticker. I was thinking as I was drawing this, it might make a good Thanksgiving card. So I might make it into a postcard to send to my family this year. So yeah, that's about it. Let me know what you thought of the video. Like it if you liked it. And subscribe if you want to see similar art related videos. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye!